Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Shootcast. My name is Fred, and of course, I am being joined by my co-host, Mr. Che.
What's going on? I miss Elimination Chamber.
Elimination Chamber, but this was the Fastlane on the road to WrestleMania, Che.
Shit. Must have been the slowest lane alive.
Well, this was the Fastlane to taking a nap, my friend.
Uh-huh, no doubt.
So, of course, as you would assume, as the title would tell you, this is the review show for Fastlane. And let's get right into it. I think we'll have enough to say at the end. First
Mm.
match on the card, six-man tag action, Dolph Ziggler, Ryback, Eric Rowan versus Seth Rollins, Big Show, and Kane for what seems like the 100th time that this match has happened.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, a Raw match to open up the card.
No doubt. Anything involving Kane and Big Show, I automatically just shut down and focus on other things. You feel the same way?
It was,
It really did. It just felt like a match on Raw or SmackDown at least. I'm
yeah,
gonna say SmackDown.
yeah, it just didn't seem very entertaining for me.
No, it's it's just ridiculous. The two guys on the heel side, you have Big Show and Kane. Okay, the majority of the opponents that the faces are fighting is ridiculous. They're boring and they're old and they've lost their way. And the
Yeah.
thing is, if this was the first time or second time, I could possibly handle it. But how many times have we seen these guys fight? Like 50 times in the past 2 months.
This is like version 105, you know?
And it's nothing new. They're not doing anything different. It's the same match we've seen before.
So we get the finish. Ryback catches, I believe he catches Rollins, goes for the shell shocked. Show breaks up the pin. Kane goes for the choke slam. Dolph hits a super kick and the famouser. Then he goes to attack Kane. Show ends up knocking him out from the floor. It kind of looked like a Superman punch. He kind of left his feet for this one.
I mean, I was shocked to see his feet even leave the ground. That was something to see in that match. If you're going to see anything, see him try to jump.
Yep. So hits him behind the ref's back, and Kane makes the cover. Your heels win the six-man tag.
Surprising. I thought the faces were going to get the push. I didn't know the heels were going to win, actually.
Yep.
Which is weird because you have Rowan, Ziggler, and Ryback. They need a push. They're the newer stars. And you have, on the other hands, you have Rollins, Big Show, and Kane, which Big Show and Kane don't need a push, and they're heels. They could lose.
Exactly. I mean, Big Show and Kane literally just need to be there as supplemental talent. Rollins can use a push, I guess you could say, but he's got the money in the bank. He is the main heel on the roster. So there really isn't any sort of need for him to go over. The faces could have used the push here, but I guess they're just going with this mediocre match. So yeah, what actually was important though after the match, the three of them plus J&J Security go to beat up the losers, I guess you could say. And here comes Randy Orton, runs down, makes the save, knocks Kane out of the ring. Mercury jumps off the turnbuckles and gets caught with the RKO. Then he gets hit with another RKO. Rollins runs away all the way home.
Literally, all the way to the parking lot
How
in the
many
back.
times did they cut back to this fucking guy running further and further away?
I think like 4 times.
Jesus Christ. This guy ran. I mean, I was joking that he was going to jump in his car and peel the tires off.
You almost did. You almost did. I thought he was gonna run to Burger King or something.
Ridiculous. So,
But
anyways,
Randy Orton's back.
he
What
is
do you think?
back.
What do you think they're gonna do with his character?
Well, I'm thinking Rollins versus Orton for WrestleMania. And
Oh, all
he'll be
right.
there as the person who used to be good with the authority, but is no longer. So I think he'll be top babyface.
Well, I mean, it's something different. We haven't seen that in a while or
Yeah.
before. I think.
So
Fuck
poor
it.
poor Dean Ambrose, he gets tossed into the mid card. Here comes Orton back. So
Oh man.
all right, we cut backstage. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, baby, is
Oh
talking
boy.
to Goldust backstage about family, and Goldust says that Cody will think twice about putting on that face paint again And Goldust says he's going to take care of this, but Dusty says he loves both of his sons. We then move on to the culmination of this blood feud. Goldust versus Stardust, the brothers, who are brothers no more. Stardust comes out rocking a new look. What did you think about this? No shirt, weird face paint, kind of had almost like a
Yeah.
Sting, kind of, with the mouth not painted, but he did have lipstick on.
You mean a mix between Cody Rhodes and with the shirt off and Stardust? I don't know. I think he looks stupid. I mean, the way he changes his face paint every fucking week, I've never been a big fan of Stardust. I
Nope.
get it. It was something different since Cody Rhodes wasn't going over, but
I never
it's
liked him.
underwhelming.
He's like a fucking cat or something. He hisses like a cat,
Yeah.
runs around, whatever. But
It's
anyways, match starts off. Goldust asks for the handshake. Stardust slaps it away. Couple hip tosses. Match plays out. Rolls Stardust rolls up Goldust and applies a waist lock. Goldust shoves him back. Cody calls for the dark matter. Goldust drops down with the snapmare and rolls Stardust up. Now this, I don't know, man. This looked like a botch. I'm hearing that they try not to tell the referees exactly when the pin is going to happen so that it seems more like a genuine reaction. But
yeah.
when Goldust had the roll up, when the referee was coming down for three, it looked like he pulled his hand back just a little bit or like slowed it down. And he didn't slow it down as slick enough. It almost visually looked like he pulled his hand back up a little bit, but then because he didn't kick out or didn't kick out hard enough, he came down for three.
You think it's a botch,
Uh
or you're suspicious?
I think. Well, I don't know if they wanted to end this. You know what? This is what I'm gonna say. A roll up. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
possible that. God, I don't know. I don't know, man.
It's tough. I mean, I don't think they're gonna have a match between them at WrestleMania. You might think they do it.
Of course, no. Of course, they're
Well,
gonna
I
have a
mean,
match at WrestleMania. But what I'm saying is,
yeah.
uh, I don't know if the referee fucked up or if they fucked up, but it was a fuck up somewhere
Well,
because it did not look visually appealing, and everyone that I've heard from did not like the ending. So
well, it's tough because on one hand, since Dustin Rhodes, aka Goldust, is old and he's on his way to at least stop wrestling full time, he should put over Cody. But they're gonna have a match at WrestleMania, so have him lose here and then he wins at WrestleMania. But you're right, it did look sloppy and it did look very unorthodox and awkward.
we head backstage. Goldust talking to Dusty Rhodes about what he had to do. Stardust comes in laughing, sort of says, "Oh, look, a family reunion, but you didn't invite me." He says, "We're not done." Slams Goldust into the equipment case, hits him a few times, and then yells at the
Horrible.
American Dream and says that it's his fault for sending him out to beat up a bag of bones. An attitude era will never end, but did end reject. And then he kicks
Horrible.
Goldust and walks away.
Horrible acting.
Now,
Um,
Dusty Rhodes did sort of corpse here. He cracked a smile during this. I don't know if he was really in tune with what was going to happen, but yeah, not good.
I
Not
don't
good at
blame
all.
him. I
Cody
don't
Rhodes
blame
did
him.
okay. Cody Rhodes,
Yeah.
yelling in character and all that shit. It was all right. It was fine. But
Yeah, just
the other guys, not so much.
I mean, Dusty Rhodes, man, he was like, no, no. I mean, I get it. He's like almost 80, but in the most
No.
monotone way. No,
No.
no. And then he cracks up. It was,
Yeah.
oh man.
So we move on. WWE Tag Team Title match. Cesaro and Kid accompanied by Natalia against the Usos accompanied by Naomi. Now, this match, in hindsight, was one of the better ones, but watching it live, I really couldn't care.
What the hell was what were they wearing? What was the females wearing? Did you see what
So
Natalia
Natalia
was
was
wearing?
looking like a streetwalker, and
Yes.
Naomi was wearing the highest cut jean shorts I'd ever seen in my life.
You
They
know,
were more than Daisy Dukes. They were like
they have,
denim panties.
yeah, because they have to play off her best asset. Get it? But one
You're
thing I'm
fired.
really, I'm really happy about is that seems that I was right.
Oh, I see how we're gonna do this. Oh, you're gonna
Uh-huh.
rub it in that you're right. Listen, I
Uh-huh.
had to go with the conventional wisdom that they hate fucking Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. All right, they give him the worst fucking theme song of all time. They give him the worst fucking gimmick. They take away his big swing, which was the thing that made the entire audience pop.
Yeah.
They took Paul Heyman from him. They cut him from the knees every point possible. They have him get his brains blown out by Ziggler. Have Ziggler beat him in a 2 out of 3 falls match with 2 straight falls and take all his finishers like it's nothing. You're gonna tell me that they don't look as though they hate Cesaro?
I know, but
They even he even Vince even called him out on the podcast and said he's not going for the brass ring.
I know, but the thing is, they're really desperate to have more tag teams and more stable tag teams, and just to shake it up in the division, because it can't be, the Usos and Miz and Mizdow just keep going at each other every week. So I think that even though Vince McMahon may not like it, it bit the bullet and made Cesaro and Tyson Kidd the tag team champions. But you never know.
If
I
you ask
guarantee.
me, I think that they were planning or hoping that the Ascension would go further, faster than they
Yeah.
did, and because they're so terrible, they had to go forward with this.
Well, I heard about the Ascension. I heard that their gimmick in NXT was way better, and that they really, like you said, chopped them at the knees when they joined the WWE.
It was the same sort of gimmick, the sort of Road Warrior, post-apocalyptic type of deal,
Mm-hmm.
Mad Max, but they weren't introduced by shitting on other legendary tag teams.
Yeah,
Like that was a terrible fucking
yeah.
idea, you know.
They're going after, especially since you call out Legion of Doom. You look like a wannabe version of that. You don't shit on Legion of Doom. You
And
don't
they're
shit on the Road
and
Warriors.
they're bringing in like midgets for them to squash. Like it doesn't
Oh
that doesn't make
yeah,
any sense. They squashed midgets for like the first 2 weeks.
but how
Little
long?
people, little people.
Yeah, how long do you think Tyson and Cesaro will hold the belts?
Uh it depends who else is in the running, right? The Usos, the Ascension, the New Day.
Oh God.
Problem with the New Day is because it's 3 people. I don't understand who would divvy up the titles. I would assume it would be Big E and Kofi
Kofi.
Kingston.
Yeah.
But being a 3-man tag, I don't exactly see them as being a threat for the titles unless they always want to play that third man gimmick on the outside. But even then, I think the New Day hasn't really caught on with either being a heel or a face team. I don't think people really know how to react to them. They just generally don't like them.
Yeah.
Anyways, Jay kicks out of a splash, gets the knees up. Kid rolls through, applies a sharpshooter. Jimmy super kicks him, which will amend that. It's not the super kick anymore. It's the common kick, the
Regular
kick, the
kick.
standard kick. Jimmy and Cesaro slug it out a little bit, end up fighting down to the floor. Jay stops Cesaro from running in, but Kid hits him with the fisherman's neck breaker for the win. 1, 2, 3. Cesaro and Tyson Kidd are your new tag team champions.
Yes.
So we move on. Triple H donning his traditional leather jacket, jeans, has his hands taped up, brings a bottle of water in tow, comes on down, takes a swig, spits it at the camera, comes up to the ring apron, takes a swig, has a little bit of like a gag reflex. I don't know if he's done this in a little while, so he was a little nervous, blows the water, mean mugs the hard camera, blows the water again, comes in,
Hmm.
starts to cut a promo on how, WCW's gone because of Sting WCW is gone because of Triple H, and Sting is jealous about that. He's mad about everything. He went down with the ship and he respects that, but at the end of the day, he wants Sting out here. Here comes
Hmm.
Sting. Terrible music,
Um,
terrible
we've
jacket.
said it before, man. It has to be the gimmick that everyone loves, the crow gimmick, not the
I
marching band gimmick.
I'm telling you, man, he can't have the hair slicked back and all that shit. Get the guy a fucking wig.
Yeah,
Fuck
why
him.
not?
If he's just gonna be cutting promos and shit, make him look like 98 Sting.
The best that you can.
Yeah,
With the music and everything, the trench coat.
yeah.
Just what is he wearing?
He's like wearing a marching band jacket, like a marching band trench coat.
Yeah, it's
It's terrible. He looks like the Nutcracker.
it's
He's got
ridiculous.
shoulder pads.
He's playing about to play football, I guess.
Whatever. But anyways, Sting comes out. Triple H starts cutting a scathing promo on him, walking around him and shit about how he'll if you just walk away, we'll put you in the Hall of Fame, we'll put you on the network, we'll solidify your legacy, all this other shit. But he's not gonna wait for long for this fight. Then he takes his jacket off and says, "Or you can keep looking at me the way you are, and we can just fight here." But he's not gonna wait long for an answer. And then he takes a cheap shot, but Sting swings the right hand back at him. Triple H tackles him and hits him a couple times, stomps him, gets the sledgehammer from underneath the ring while Sting is laid out. But Sting blocks it, and surprise, Che, the baseball
Yes,
bat has returned.
it returns. It ended up being baseball bat versus sledgehammer, which really made my day. But he kind of was holding it a little too long up to his neck.
Yes. So
Yeah.
first of all, I just want to point out one of the fans, a very acute sign says baseball bat versus sledgehammer. So very, very attuned to what's going on, very perceptive. But yeah, so we end up in a position where Triple H drops the sledgehammer. I actually remarked when it happened that it had a hell of a bounce off the mats. Sort of reminded me how rubbery those mats are.
Yep.
But Sledgehammer drops out of hand. He's in the corner with the baseball bat to his neck. Sting holds it up to his neck while Triple H puts his hands up, which is a great snapshot, but they
Yeah.
did it way too many times. Then points the bat at the WrestleMania symbol. Then points it back to his neck. Then points it back to the WrestleMania symbol. Then points it back to his neck. Then points it back to the WrestleMania sign.
How many times?
I was actually just about to say that we'll repeat a few more times. I'm not going to repeat it a few more times. I would officially count it at around 6 or 7.
Yeah, it was just. I would have done it once or twice and then hit him with the bat and walk away.
Triple H says, "You want to go to WrestleMania with me? Fine, you're on, but it's going to be your funeral." Sting walks away, but Triple H tries to attack him, turns around, hits him in the stomach with the bat, looks up at the sign again, hits the Scorpion Death Drop, and then leaves. There you have it. Triple H versus Sting at WrestleMania 31.
Kind of excited about this.
We move on. WWE Divas Championship match. Che's girl Paige
Yes,
versus
sir.
John Cena's girl
Well,
Nikki Bella.
Well,
Wow.
Lana and Paige has to fight for me.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nikki Bella accompanied by Brie Bella wearing yeah, I hate Brie Bella's
Go ahead. Go
grunge
ahead.
fucking gimmick. She's either got the modesty pants on or she's got a fucking tied off fucking jacket around her waist or all this shit.
How
Terrible.
much do you hate them pants?
Terrible fucking pants. Terrible fucking
But it's Brie
pants.
Power.
Yeah, Brie Power. She needs the power to fucking tell Wardrobe to fuck off with that shit. Anyways, Paige and Nikki engage in a match. Not very great. But Nikki
It
comes
did.
back with the cradle powerbomb for 2. Paige attempts the PTO. And Nikki uses a distraction to get the roll up. Grabs the tights. Gets the 1, 2, 3.
It's ridiculous.
This was a very short match. A very terrible match.
It started off the first 20 seconds were really good. You had Paige going after her and being really aggressive, but it just slowed down immediately after that.
Yep. Terrible
did-
looking clotheslines. Uh,
The roll up, the famous roll up.
the roll up. The Divas roll up. So, anyways, Paige complains to the referee about the tights grab factoring into the roll up, but there you have it. Nikki Bella retains. Next up, Intercontinental Championship match: Dean Ambrose versus the defending Bad News Barrett. Now, I had high hopes for this match, and to begin with, it was okay.
Yeah.
But what happens, Che?
What happens? Other than Dean
idiot
Ambrose
gets
being
himself
introduced officially to the
disqualified.
fucking
The
mid-card.
lunatic
fringe.
yes.
I'm sorry.
Oh
you know,
my
it,
gosh.
I guess it's a good and bad thing. I mean, it's a good thing that he's not keeping that Intercontinental Championship, but it's a bad thing too because I don't see what else they're gonna do with him. He just comes off looking very stupid.
Yeah, so Wade tries to leave. Ambrose splashes him, throws him back inside. Wade again tries to leave, so Ambrose slams him onto the barricade, stomps him a few times in the corner. Ref backs him away, stomps him a few more times before rolling outside. Ambrose grabs the IC title from the floor as the ref rings the bell, and Ambrose hits him again and leaves with the title. Now, this is pretty stupid because you have Ambrose tricking Bad News Barrett into signing it, talking about how he wants to join the esteemed list of Intercontinental Champions that he saw down at WWE headquarters the day of the night that Raw was canceled with the Blizzard. Goes through all the effort to get this match and then just casually gets the match thrown out because he wants to stomp a guy in the corner.
Yeah, I mean, it's a stupid way to continue this feud. It really
Every
is.
every single time they make Ambrose look like an idiot. They make him look stupid and instead of looking crazy.
Yeah,
Like he just looks like a fucking idiot now.
he sets these goals, but instead of thinking of the bigger picture, he just does something really stupid and irrational to fuck himself over.
Not even just irrational, because I would understand, okay, he's so crazy that he thinks he does stuff without thinking. No, this guy does stupid fucking shit. Like, grabs a TV and then it explodes on him and he kills. Like, does he have
Ah,
any input whatsoever? Does he say no to anything?
dude, I'm telling you, dude, it's not crazy. It's like Saturday morning cartoon villain, Zuni,
It's
Zany, whatever.
quirky. It's fucking quirky. It's
Can't
loony.
be.
It's Looney Tunes.
There you go.
So, anyways, if they could figure out a way to drop an anvil on this guy, they would, and have him lose the match that way. But anyways, the fucking guy, all right. Here's the next way he loses. You right? You ready, Che?
Yeah.
He pushes down the plunger on the TNT, but instead it blows up on him, and he gets fucking disqualified.
Or how about this? He runs off a cliff.
Then he looks
Meep, meep.
down. Yeah. Then he
Meep,
looks
meep.
down and dies.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Or how about this? How about this? He chases after Seth Rollins. He paints a picture of a tunnel and goes through it. And then when he tries to go through the same painted tunnel, he squashes himself flat.
Hey, you never know, man. Road Warrior, fucking Ambrose.
Ridiculous. So, anyways, we'll be seeing him get dropped a
Road
piano.
Runner. Sorry.
We'll see him get a fucking piano dropped on him at WrestleMania. But Bad News Barrett retains his title via disqualification. Stupid fucking idiots. Fuck it. Stupid. I hate it.
Fuck 'em.
0 out of 10. -2 out of 10.
Fuck him.
We then go to a group of druids walking out, blue lit, very reminiscent of the one and only Undertaker. They start rolling a casket down, and everyone called this. We saw it coming a mile away. They open the casket. Bray Wyatt sits up, talks about how his soul is lost, but he can send him home. And he used to be trembling in fear of the Undertaker, but now he is not scared of him anymore, and he is the face of fear, and he will go to WrestleMania to claim the soul of the Undertaker. Lays back down in the coffin, and they close it and roll him back up the ramp. The writers don't know how to do anything but beat you over the head with shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the new face of fear. He has to directly say it.
Yeah, I mean, they just can't let us come to that conclusion. They have to tell you this is this. I mean, we get it, okay? We know Bray Wyatt's character. I mean, they treat us like we're stupid or
Ridiculous.
kids.
Ridiculous. So, anyways, there you go. The
But are you
challenge has been
excited?
laid. No, I'm not excited at all. What are you either gonna have? You're either gonna have Bray Wyatt lose some of his momentum via an aging and infrequent superstar, or you're gonna have Undertaker come back and lose twice at WrestleMania.
In a row.
Ridiculous.
Oh, man. Can't wait to see what kind of clusterfuck this is.
We move on. Co-main event: John Cena versus Rusev for the aforementioned United States title.
Oh, boy. A match that we was anticipating to see how it would end.
So, standard match, normal spots, DDTs, AAs, Rusev kicks out of the AA, which is pretty interesting. Cena rolls through, gets the STF. Rusev powers out, hits a spine buster, drops some elbows, calls for the accolade. Cena blocks it, goes for the AA again, kicks out at 2. Cena heads up to the top. Rusev catches him and stomps him, applies the accolade. Cena tries to fight out of it. He lifts Rusev up and tries to slam him, but Lana gets in the ring. The referee goes over because she's so attractive, of course. And
Yes.
Rusev uses this distraction to hit him with the low blow, then to hit him with a regular kick, also known as the accolade for some reason. And then he applies the camel clutch again. The accolade. Sorry. So what's the kick called? Wait, what? The accolade? Whatever. Hits him with the kick. Goes for the camel clutch or the accolade, whatever you want to call it. And since John Cena is already incapacitated by the kick, he technically is submitted via technical submission, pass out. Winner Rusev. What'd you think about this strategy to get them out of this predicament they put themselves into in the first place?
Garbage. The old passing out
People?
gimmick.
How many people did this already? Like Big Show, Jack
Stone Cold.
Swagger. No. I'm just saying, just with Rusev.
Oh, just for Rusev?
Big Show, Mark
Yeah.
Henry, Jack Swagger. Everybody just passes out to the fucking thing. Like
Yeah,
you just
and
don't want to have people tap clean.
no, and of course Cena would never tap clean.
Eh,
That was a given. He would never lose clean. It's I don't know what the point of this match was. I mean, are they gonna fight at WrestleMania?
I don't know, man. This guy hasn't tapped clean since he started dating Nikki Bella.
But this is just there's nowhere to go with this. I mean, you have Rusev, who of course is not gonna get a clean win over John Cena, but then you don't want to make him lose because he's like this destructive force that never loses. So it's like, why would you tag him up with John Cena? Why would you
Well,
team them up for a match?
I'll tell you what's gonna happen. They're gonna have Cena blow his brains out at WrestleMania.
Ridiculous.
He's gonna get the win back. So
Horrible.
But I mean, I don't know if they're gonna put the title on him. That's the thing. Why?
I don't. Well, we'll have to see.
And whatever. Unless they want to get him out of the fans' consciousness for that title run. But whatever. They don't even care. We move on to the main event.
Yes.
This is the one that will decide who goes on to WrestleMania. Will it be Daniel Bryan or will it be Roman Reigns?
We was wondering how this was gonna end. We were predicting that was gonna be a fucked up finish and would culminate to a triple threat match at WrestleMania. But you'll find out what happens.
So we start off. Roman is a powerhouse. Daniel Bryan cannot handle this ridiculous beast as he really takes control of this. Then Bryan, of course, being the consummate underdog, comes back. We get a final kick being blocked. Bryan chops him a few times, rolls through to the yes lock, tries to get the tap. I keep saying Rollins for everybody. Reigns rolls through and connects with forearm strikes. Bryan reapplies the choke and armbar, which was great. It looked like a triangle choke, but
Oh boy.
Reigns deadlifts him and slams him, a la Rampage Jackson back in Pride. Bryan connects with several kicks and calls for his finisher, the knee plus. But running across, Roman Reigns jumps through, catches him with the spear, and you have a solid 3 count. You have a main event of Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania.
Well, I will say this: I'm not a big fan of Reigns. Not a big fan of Bryan either. But at least they stuck with something. You know what I mean? Because it would have been worse to just botch a finish and make him go to WrestleMania for a triple title. I mean, a triple threat. At least they know who's fighting who and who's on what side. There was a couple of good spots. You know, the power bomb off the turnbuckle, and like you said, the scissors or the armbar.
It looked like a triangle choke armbar combination.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So
What do you think of the match?
it was all right. I mean,
Yeah, it was
the
underwhelming, but
problem
there was
is that I don't know. They shouldn't have even been in this position to begin with because
no doubt.
the strategy with Royal Rumble was to not have Roman Reigns eliminate him and for people to completely forget about it so that Roman can win this with the least possible animosity towards him. But then we go to this, and Roman Reigns is your reason why Daniel Bryan isn't going to have that singles match with Brock Lesnar before he possibly leaves the company.
And you know what? they were playing his music loud as hell.
Oh man, played his music as loud as possible. They learned their lesson from Royal Rumble. They said, "Fuck this audience." You know what? Not only fuck you, are we gonna do what we want anyway, but in addition, you guys are not gonna be able to bitch.
They're gonna have to watch out for that. They're gonna make some people deaf.
They're
It's
gonna be playing
ridiculous,
his music loud as shit for the rest of the year. I'm
dude.
telling you, man. But anyways, Brian gets into the ring and says, "You better kick his ass," referring to Brock Lesnar. Points in his chest and tells him, "You better kick his ass," which to me it doesn't make any sense. Why are you demanding that he kick? He just beat you clean. Why didn't you kick his ass? Like, it's not like you guys won a raffle and they picked a name out of a hat and then he's saying, "Oh, you better kick it," or like you sacrificed something. You fucking lost. You had your opportunity to kick his ass and then kick his ass, but you did not. You fucked up. You failed. You went for your stupid finisher. He got you with the spear clean. He beat you with no shenanigans. How are you going to demand that he kicks your ass like he did something to you? He fucked you up.
They're just trying to get him to put over Reigns, but
He should
the
have. He should have fucking rose his. He should have raised his arm in victory. But he gets the handshake, leaves, and that is your fast lane.
oh man, underwhelming. The fact is that I miss Elimination Chamber. Fastlane just looks like a Raw with a new coat of paint, and I was underwhelmed. I mean, there was a couple of good spots. Don't get me wrong; it wasn't entirely boring, but for a way to debut a new pay per view or special event, it's wasn't a very good showing.
It was terrible. 2 out of 10 at the most.
Shit, I don't even know what to rate it. I rated. I almost fell asleep, but thank God I
Terrible.
didn't.
Terrible. This was atrocious. A dread to watch. I hate it. I hope that WrestleMania is a little bit okay. Um,
Oh, it should. I mean, WrestleMania, man, they got to pull out the big guns. This should be entertaining.
eh, I
I
don't know.
hope. I hope.
I don't know. I feel like 30. I feel like the landmark ones like 25, 30, 35, 40. Those are the ones that they focus on, but the ones in between, those usually aren't the best. But I feel like this will be one that'll just sort of fly under the radar 10 years from now, but oh well. So that's fast lane, the fast lane to boredom, the fast lane to canceling your network, the fast lane to not wanting to watch this shit anymore. And we hope that you will take the fast lane to our Raw review, which will be coming up later on in the. Well, let's see. Today's Monday, so we'll have it out by tomorrow most likely.
Yep.
And yeah, so we appreciate you guys tuning in. We hope that you enjoyed the show. As always, your feedback is appreciated. You can leave us a comment or you can reach us theshootcast@gmail.com. For Fred, for Che, both of us, we appreciate you guys. And we will see you for the Raw review.
There. See you later.